Welcome to our numismatic journey where we explore one of the most iconic and symbolically rich coins in modern French history, the 1997 French 10 centimes coin. A small yet historically powerful piece of currency that encapsulates centuries of France's revolutionary values, elegant art, and economic transition into the modern European framework. On the front, or obverse, of this beautiful coin, you'll find the national motto of France, Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité, which translates to liberty, equality, brotherhood, three powerful words born from the flames of the French Revolution of 1789 and carried forward into every facet of French identity. These words are not merely decorative. They are a declaration, a commitment engraved onto the daily lives of the French people and, through their currency, shared with the world. Surrounding these words is the stylized wheat ear, a symbol of abundance and prosperity, carefully engraved with balance and symmetry. Just beneath, the denomination of 10 centimes is proudly displayed, anchoring the coin's practical purpose with its symbolic identity. The reverse side features the proud profile of Marianne, the national personification of the French Republic, gazing forward with determination. Marianne is more than a figure. She's the living embodiment of freedom and reason, a woman forged in the imagery of the Republic and the ideals it upholds. Her image on this coin was designed by the talented artist Laurent Jorlo-Lagerfeuille, a master engraver from the Paris Mint, also known as the Monnaie de Paris. His initials, lines, can be found subtly inscribed on the coin, a quiet signature of his craftsmanship and artistry. The year of minting, 1997, is especially interesting, as it was a time just before the introduction of the euro currency. This coin, then, represents one of the last generations of the French franc system before the country adopted the euro in 2002. Made from an aluminum bronze alloy, the coin weighs around 4.5 grams and has a diameter of 20 millimeters, giving it a warm golden color and a distinctive lightness. It was struck in the millions, but its significance lies not in rarity, but in representation. This is a coin that carried daily ideals in the pockets of millions of French citizens during the late 20th century. Today, collectors appreciate it not for high market value, but for its historic value, for what it stands for. It's often found in UNC and circulated or XF extra fine condition in collections. And while its monetary value in today's market might range from a few cents to a couple of dollars depending on condition and demand, its symbolic value is priceless. The 1997 10 centimes coin is a reminder of France's role in shaping democratic values globally, a miniature masterpiece of civic philosophy and art. So, whether you are a seasoned collector, a history lover, or someone simply drawn to the beauty of coins, the 1997 10 centimes stands as a fascinating artifact that connects everyday currency to the lofty ideals of liberty, equality, and fraternity. Take a closer look at your world, and you'll find stories like this in the most unexpected places, sometimes in your very palm. The next up top to today, we're diving deep into the story behind a small yet historically rich coin, the 1963 10 centimes coin from France, bearing the famous national motto Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité, meaning liberty, equality, and fraternity, and the proud name République Française. This bronze-colored coin might be small in size and denomination, but it's packed with symbolism, history, and beautiful artistry that reflects the soul of France during the mid-20th century. Let's begin with the design. On the obverse of the 1963 10 centimes coin, you'll see the graceful figure of Marianne, the national emblem of the French Republic. She represents liberty and reason and is a symbol of the values the French Revolution stood for. The artwork was designed by Louis-Oscar Rody, but in this case, the modern version was engraved by the celebrated French engraver Raymond Joly with additional contributions from Georges Lagerfeuille. His name can be seen in tiny letters on many French coins of the era, marking him as one of the key artistic forces in French numismatics. Marianne is wearing the Phrygian cap, a symbol of freedom that dates back to ancient times and was revived during the French Revolution. On the reverse, you'll find the coin's face value, 10 centimes, along with the year of mintage. 1963, framed by olive and wheat branches. These aren't just for decoration. The olive branch symbolizes peace, and the wheat signifies abundance and agriculture, pillars of the French economy and national identity. Above all of this is the iconic motto, Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité. This phrase has been at the core of the French Republic since the Revolution of 1789. And it continues to embody the country's political philosophy. Now, talking about materials and specifications, this coin was made of aluminum bronze, giving it that distinctive light golden hue. It weighs around 3 grams and has a diameter of about 20 millimeters, making it light and easy to carry in pocket change. It was minted by the Monnaie de Paris, the official French mint. The edge is smooth, not reeded, and the light alloy made it inexpensive to produce during a time when France, like much of Europe, was rebuilding and redefining itself after World War II. Let's dive into a little historical context. The year 1963 places this coin during the Fifth Republic of France under the leadership of President Charles de Gaulle, a towering figure in French history. France was undergoing political stabilization, economic modernization, and asserting its independence in global affairs, especially with de Gaulle's vision of a sovereign France leading Europe, distinct from both American and Soviet influence during the Cold War. As for the coin's rarity and value, the 1963 10 centimes is not particularly rare because millions were minted for circulation. However, the condition or grade of your coin matters a lot. A heavily circulated piece might only be worth its face value or slightly more to a collector, but an uncirculated UNC or extra fine XF specimen can fetch $1 to $5 US depending on market demand and the quality of preservation. Proof versions or those with mint errors can be even more valuable. French collectors often look for coins in original mint luster, free from scratches or wear. Now let's talk a bit more about Georges Lagerfeuille, whose name appears on many French coins of the mid-20th century. He was a sculptor and engraver, and his contributions to numismatics were significant, bringing a classical and elegant aesthetic to modern French coinage. His initials or signature on a coin often indicates quality, balance, and deep symbolic meaning. His artistry helped preserve the revolutionary spirit of France while adapting it to the modern age. Collectors love this coin not just for its design, but for its emotional and patriotic weight. It's a tiny artifact that speaks volumes of France's revolutionary past, of its artistic tradition, of its values, and of its post-war strength. Holding this coin is like holding a piece of French identity, liberty from monarchy, equality among citizens, fraternity as the bond uniting all. In conclusion, the 1963 French 10 centimes coin is more than just pocket change. It's a beautifully crafted historical token. Whether you're a coin collector, a student of history, or just one fascinated by world culture, this small coin has something to offer. If you've got one in your drawer or coin album, take a moment to appreciate its artistry, history, and meaning. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into numismatic history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more detailed videos on rare and fascinating coins from around the world. Drop a comment if you have a French coin you'd like to know more about, or share your own 1963 10 centimes story. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep collecting and keep learning. The next up, top 3, where today we explore the historical, artistic, and collectible significance of the 1966 French 5 centimes coin. This small bronze-colored piece carries the spirit of a nation and echoes the timeless motto Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité, Liberty, Equality, Fraternity engraved boldly on the reverse side. Minted during a dynamic period of French history, this coin is not merely a tool of commerce, but a cultural artifact that encapsulates the values of the French Republic. Struck in 1966 during the Fifth Republic under the leadership of President Charles de Gaulle, the coin was part of France's post-war modern coinage system, The obverse of the coin proudly features the symbolic image of Marianne, the national personification of the French Republic, wearing a Phrygian cap, which has long stood as a global emblem of liberty and revolution. This exquisite portrayal was crafted by the renowned French engraver Lucien Bézard, who often signed his works under the pseudonym Le Graffoul. The inscription encircling Marianne reads Republique Française, honoring the constitutional form of the French government and the sovereignty of its people. On the reverse side, the denomination 5 centimes is prominently displayed in an elegant font, flanked by a stalk of wheat to the left and olive branches to the right, symbols of agriculture, peace, and abundance. Above it is the powerful national motto, Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité, and below is the date 1966, confirming its mint year. The coin was struck in brass, an alloy of copper and zinc, giving it its golden tone and lightweight feel, measuring 19 millimeters in diameter and weighing about 3 grams. It was minted at the Monnaie de Paris, France's prestigious national mint, which has been producing coins since the year 864. The production of this 5 centimes coin represents the economic realities and modernization of France during the 1960s. At the time, small denomination coins like the 5 centimes were used frequently in daily life, from buying a loaf of bread to paying for transportation. However, inflation and economic growth led to the gradual phasing out of lower denomination coins by the late 20th century, and the 5 centimes ceased regular production after the early 2000s with the introduction of the euro in 2002. In terms of collectability, the 1966 5 centimes is relatively common, with millions minted, but it still holds significant value to historians and collectors alike, especially in uncirculated or mint condition. Its value can range from a few cents to a couple of dollars depending on its preservation, but more importantly, it holds educational and aesthetic value. Examining its engravings up close, one notices the finesse and balance in Lucien Bézard's design. His attention to classical themes and modern clarity is unmistakable. His signature Le Graffoul is a nod to his contribution to 20th century French medallic art, and his influence spans from coin design to national emblems. The 1966 issue is also special because it belongs to a decade when France was asserting its global position as a nuclear power, reshaping its economy, and navigating the socio-political tensions that would explode in 1968. Thus, this coin witnessed pivotal changes, and carrying one is like holding a fragment of mid-century French life. For numismatists, the French 5 centimes coin offers a valuable glimpse into France's post-war identity, economic culture, and artistic heritage. Whether you're collecting coins for their material, aesthetic, or historical significance, the 1966 5 centimes stands out as a golden relic of Republican pride, designed with intention and minted with meaning. So next time you hold a coin in your hand, remember that behind every denomination lies a story of a people, a place, and a moment in time. The next up top for the world of numismatics, the study of coins and their stories. Today, we spotlight a small yet historically rich coin, the 5 centimes of the French Republic, dated 1997, carrying the iconic motto Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité, which translates to liberty, equality, fraternity. This coin may seem modest in value, but its story is anything but. First, let's understand its historical context. The coin hails from the era of the Fifth French Republic, a period marked by modern democratic ideals, European integration, and cultural evolution. France, by the late 20th century, had transitioned into a fully modernized republic, and its currency reflected both its heritage and its aspirations. The 5 centimes coin was part of the franc system, used before the adoption of the euro in 2002. This particular 1997 issue belongs to the final years before France moved away from the franc altogether. Now, turning to the design engraved by the renowned artist Laurent Joriot-Lagrave, often known simply as Le Graffoul, whose signature artistry is subtly engraved on the coin's surface. Lagrave's interpretation of French national identity is seen in the elegance and clarity of the coin's imagery. On the obverse, we find the powerful words Republic francaise gracefully circling the head of Marianne, the female allegory of liberty and reason, who has been a symbol of the French Republic since the French Revolution. Marianne's profile is beautifully detailed. Her serene expression and the flowing Phrygian cap she wears symbolize liberty triumphing over oppression. Surrounding her are graceful inscriptions that connect the coin directly to the foundational values of France. The reverse of the coin features the numeric value 5 centimes, along with stylized wheat ears representing agriculture and productivity, a nod to France's rural strength and historical reliance on farming. Below, the year 1997 is clearly minted with the engraver's mark and the mint mark visible signs that help identify the origin and authenticity of the coin. The phrase Liberté Égalité Fraternité arches proudly above, a constant reminder of the guiding principles of the French Republic. Enshrined since the Revolution of 1789, this coin is minted in aluminum bronze, giving it a golden hue, lightweight feel, and resistance to corrosion. Its diameter measures around 16 millimeters, and it weighs approximately 3 grams, making it a small but elegant piece of history. While the 5 centimes had little buying power by 1997, its role in everyday transactions helped maintain price balance for low-cost goods and change. From a numismatic perspective, this coin is not particularly rare, with millions minted in 1997 alone. However, specimens in uncirculated or mint condition, especially with clean surfaces, no scratches, and crisp detail, can hold modest value. To collectors, typically ranging between 10 cents and to United States dollars, though proofs or coins with striking errors may command more. As France transitioned to the euro in 2002, the 5 centimes was phased out, giving it a quiet retirement, yet collectors and historians alike now cherish it as a nostalgic symbol of pre-euro France. Today, coins like the 1997 5 centimes serve as more than currency. They are historical tokens, speaking to the ideals, artistry, and everyday lives of French citizens at the end of the 20th century. Holding one of these coins is like holding a fragment of France's soul, a reminder of a time, a people, and a republic that believed deeply in liberty, equality, and fraternity.